This conference will now be recorded.
No. So in the previous session, we have discussed about reports and dashboards feature, and we have discussed what exactly a report and what exactly a dashboard, and how many types of reports are available in Salesforce. And upon creating the report to represent some records, what kind of features a report contains, we have discussed. So whenever we are going to be creating the reports by our own, how many types of reports that we can create, and what kind of permissions we can grant on the report folders, we have discussed. And there we have discussed the tabular reports, how to configure the tabular reports in Salesforce by adding the various filters of type, field filters, cross object filters, row limit filters, all these things we have discussed. Now, so now today we'll see the remaining types of reports, how can we configure, like summary reports, matrix, and the joint reports. So now whenever we are going to be creating the report by collecting the data from the object. Suppose for example, I have an object. For example, I have an object. That means this is a table. This is a table. So in this table, some records are available. Okay, we have some records are available. Now I want to collect these records in the form of a report. This is my report. I want to show these records in the form of a report. That means what? Whatever the records are available inside my table, I want to collect these records from the object and I want to show these records inside the report. Whenever if you want to collect the object records from the object, if you want to show these records inside the report, then upon creating this object level, okay, upon creating this object, we have to select a checkbox called as allow reports checkbox. Okay, allow reports checkbox to be get selected. You know, upon creating the object, we have discussed about these checkboxes. When you go to that object creation, there you are having 4 checkboxes inside the optional features section, like allow reports, allow activities, track field history, allow in chat reports. Okay, allow reports, allow activities, track field history, and allow in chat reports. These are the 4 options are available. You know that. So what do you mean by this allow reports option? So now, whenever I'm selecting this allow reports checkbox, that means whatever the records are available inside this object, then Salesforce will allow you to display these records inside the report. Okay, so now whatever the records available inside this object, Salesforce will allows you to display these records inside a report. This is the functionality of allow reports checkbox. Now, this is the first functionality. So now whenever we are going to be creating the reports, then upon collecting the data from the object, we have to make sure the allow reports checkbox has been selected or not. If the allow reports checkbox has been selected, then Salesforce will allow you to collect the records from this table and we can represent inside your records. Next, one more. As of now, you know workflow rules. How to create the workflow rules also, you know that. Now, whenever if you want to, upon creating this workflow rule, or upon testing the email templates also, whatever, anything. So now we have to select the checkbox, okay, allow activities. If this checkbox has been selected, then only Salesforce will allow you to create the workflow rules on this object, so that we can able to add some task also. We can assign some task also to the users. So in this case here, allow activities checkbox has to be get selected. So even though whenever you are testing the email templates also, okay, after creating the email templates, whenever you are testing the email templates by using send it test and verify merge fields, okay, send it test and verify merge fields. So now in that object name, in that object, if this particular checkbox is not selected, that object name will not be visible to you. That object name will not be visible to you over there. So we can't able to create the email templates, and we can't able to create the workflow rules also on that object. That is options. These are the options we have to be get removed. Generally, nobody will touch all these things, but these are the base options. So whenever if you want to collect the records from this table, if you want to show these records inside a report, then we have to inform to the Salesforce, please allow me to collect the records from this table, and then I want to show inside a report. So that here we have to enable an option allow reports checkbox upon creating the object. There is a functionality that only Salesforce will allow you to create the reports, okay, by collecting the data from that object and by representing in the report format. Okay, now, so let me give that note point also here. Well, representing the record object records in a report, we have to make sure the allow reports checkbox has been selected while creating or editing the object. So while creating or editing that object, we have to make sure this allow reports checkbox has to be get selected. Now, there is a fundamental point we have to remember. And then we are able to display the records inside my report also. So yesterday we have created the tabular report with all the filter types. Now, today we'll see summary reports. Now, summary. Summarizing means what? Grouping. Okay, summarizing in the sense grouping. That means whatever the records are available inside my table, I want to collect those records. I want to show inside my report, but in that report, I want to segregate the records. I want to split the records to various small groups. I want to divide those records to the various small groups. So summary reports allows you to summarize the records available inside the object in the form of the small groups, and we can represent those records inside that report. So we can able to group that records available inside this report. Like for example, assume that I'm having the account object here. In this account object, I'm having so many records at once. This is my account object. In my account object, I'm having so many records out there. I want to collect these records. I want to show inside the report. So this is my report. But in this report, I want to divide these records to various small groups, like all the heart rating records into a separate group. Okay, the records which are having the rating value heart, I want to show in this group here, one by one. Whatever the account records are there which are having that rating values equals to warm, I want to show in a separate group. That means I want to group that records here. Whatever the warm rating records are there, I want to show in a separate group. Whatever the cold rating records are available, there I want to show inside a separate group. The cold rating records I want to show in a separate group. And the empty rating records, the rating which are having empty value, then I want to show those records in a separate group. That means what? Whatever the records are available inside my object, I would like to collect all those records. I want to represent inside my report. But whatever the records are there in the report, I want to segregate. I want to split it to the small groups. So that means summarizing. That means we are grouping. Whatever the records are available inside the object, we can collect all the records from the object and we can able to summarize. We can able to divide to the various small groups. So at that time, whenever we are going to summarizing the records, whenever we are grouping the records based on one or more columns, then it is called as summary reports. So summary reports will allow you to represent the records in the report by dividing them to the various small groups based on one or more columns. Based on one or more columns, we can able to divide the records to the various small groups based on rating, based on industry, based on active status, anything based on any list value. We can summarize those records also. We can divide those records to the various small groups. That possibility is available. Now, summary reports allows us to represent the records by dividing them to the various smaller groups. By dividing them to the various smaller groups based on one or more columns. Based on one or more columns, we need to divide those records to the various small groups. Now, so once the records has been getting divided to the various small groups, and then on that group of records, we can able to do some summarized options also. We can able to apply some summarized options also. We can able to count, we can able to apply the summarized functionalities. Like we can able to count in that group how many records are available. And then we can able to identify the sum of those values also. Like that, we can able to apply some summarized functionalities also. On each group, we can apply the summarized features. Summarized features like count, sum, average, etc. We can able to apply all the summarized functionalities. And then whatever the records are available, okay, whatever the records are available inside the object, we can able to represent in the report by dividing them to the various small groups. And then whatever the summary reports are available, the summary reports data we can represent in the chart format also. Previously, in the yesterday session, we have discussed about the tabular report. Tabular report data we can't show in the chart. Chart components are not applicable for the tabular reports. But for the summary reports, chart component will be applicable. We can represent the summary report data in the form of the chart component. Chart components will be applicable for the summary reports. Okay, chart components will be applicable for summary reports. So now, then how can we represent this data in the form of summary report? Now let me show you practically. That means we are going to be grouping the records based on one or more columns. Okay, based on one or more columns, we are going to be grouping the records over here. Now, so now let's see how can we prepare this summary reports. Now let's see practically. Now let's take a small use case. Configure a summary report to represent all the account records by dividing them to the various groups based on the rating field. Based on the rating field. And represent the records in a chart component. And represent the records in a chart component. I want to show those records in the chart component also. Then how can we create this summary reports? Now let's see practically in this case. Now, so let me create a report now. Click on new report button. Select that report type. Now, I would like to use account object over here. Account object data I would like to collect to represent in my report. Click on create. Now, specify the columns first. What columns information you want to show in the report. I don't want this account owner. Type also right now is not required. Last activity, modified date, billing state, I don't want. I would like to represent the account name, the rating value, and the industry, and the annual revenue, and the type value, and the ownership value, and the phone, and the fax, customer priority, active status. So these are the various of fields information which I would like to represent inside my report. I want to collect the all-time data, so that I'm selecting all-time. So this is my report. It's a normal standard tabular report, which will be representing the report records information. Totally 15 account records are available inside my object. So all the 15 records has been represented in the form of tabular format. Now I want to divide these records to the various small groups. I want to group the records based on what? Based on this rating column. That means all the hot rating records in a separate group, cold rating records in a separate group, warm rating records in a separate group, empty rating records in a separate group. Any of the column here, based on any pick list column, we can segregate. Like as based on industry also, like as all the banking records in one separate group, finance records in separate group. Like that, we can divide. That possibility is available over here. Now, so let me go with that. How can we do this? Now, so whenever if you want to group the records, then you can select that column. Based on what column you want to group, I want to use this rating column. So now tell me in this case, what is the current report type? This is the tabular format of report. Okay, this is the tabular report format. So now I would like to group the record based on this rating column. So just to go to that rating column, expand that pick list. You will be having a option called as a group by this field. A group by this field. So I'm going to be informing to the Salesforce. So please group these records based on this rating column. So group by this field. Whenever I'm going to be applying the grouping, automatically the tabular format report will be changing to summary, because the tabular format there is no groupings, nothing. Only filters will be applicable. But here we are going to be grouping the records. So whenever you are grouping the records based on one or more columns, then automatically that report will be of type summary. Summary reports is only having the capability to divide the records to various small groups. So whenever I'm selecting this option group by this field, automatically report type has been changed to summary format here. For that one, it is giving some options also to me. The report type also has been changed to summary format. It is having one more option called as add a chart. Chart options are also available. That means we can able to add the chart components for the summary reports. Tabular reports are not having this option. Tabular reports are not having the capability to represent in the chart format. Summary reports are having this chart facility. So now run this report. Run this report. When you come down, it is indicating whatever the records are available, these records has been divided to the various small groups based on that rating column. So it is indicating that rating value empty, 5 records are there. With empty rating, 5 records are there. These are those 5 records. With the rating value hard, we have 4 records are there. These are the 4 records. With the rating value warm, we have 4 records are there. These are the 4 records. With the rating value cold, we have 2 records are there. These are the 2 records. Like that, whatever the records are available inside this object, these records have been getting collected, and these records has been represented in the form of this various small groups. So all the hot rating records into one separate group, warm rating records in a separate group, cold rating records in a separate group. Like that, here we can able to divide the records to various small groups. So whenever if you want to group the records, then we are going to be using this summary reports. Summary reports will allow you to group the records based on the required columns. Now, so in this case here, so you can subdivide this records to another group over here. Yes, that is also possible. Okay, that is also possible here. Like for example, in that rating group, nothing but here the rating group. Here I am having that active status column. Some values, some records are in active status, some records are inactive status. Nothing but no values are available. Can we divide those things? Yes, again we can able to subdivide up to 3 levels. Okay, in this rating here, we are having this record. This is the first group, and then in that one we can subdivide another group, and then we can subdivide another group. Like that, up to 3 levels of grouping will be applicable in Salesforce as part of summary reports. Summary reports will allow you to group the records up to 3 levels, not more than that. Now, so in this case here, this is a way we are going to be dividing the records to various small groups based on one or more columns inside your application. Now, so now here what I want to do is, as part of this group, we are having some account records are available. As part of this group, I'm having some account records, and then these are having some annual revenues. Now I want to show the group-wise annual revenue total. Okay, group-wise annual revenue total. In this group, in this rating value empty group, whatever the accounts are there, I want to collect those account records annual revenue, and then this value I would like to make it sum. That sum value I want to show inside the group level. Here I'm having some 4 records are there. I want to collect these 4 records. These 4 records annual revenue value I want to collect. I want to display that sum value, total value over here. Like that, group-wise annual revenue total I want to represent. Then how can we do that? Now let me show you. Whenever if you want to implement the group-wise annual revenue total, so for that one we are going to be using this summarized functions. Okay, summarized functions. So let's go to that annual revenue. We can able to show that value also over here. For example, let me show this value at the last over here. You can able to place wherever, no problem. Now, so now here I am going to be indicating that annual revenue summarize. So summarize this field. There is an option, sigma option is available. Select this option, summarize this field. That means based on this column value, I would like to summarize. Then what you want to do? So it is indicating what you want to do. You want me to calculate the sum value, or average value, maximum value, minimum value. What you want to do? These are aggregate functions. Okay, these are aggregate functions are available. As part of your mathematics in your childhood, you know this. The various mathematical aggregate functions: count, minimum, maximum, sum, average, like that. Here also, I want to collect this group wise annual revenue values, I want to make it sum. So select this option, click on apply. That means group wise annual revenue total also we can able to see. Run the report, we can see that. So it is indicating this value also. So now as part of this group, here we are having this value. Okay, we are having this value. So now this is 5 crores, this is 95 crores. Totally 100 crores value is available. And here we are having these values are available. 13 crores 90 lakhs, 560 crores, 75 crores, so 75 lakhs, and then 45 lakhs. We are having some values are available. So total is it is indicating 575 crores 10 lakhs. The value will be getting visible over here. And here we are having these values. Because 35 crores, 50 crores, totally 85 crores, and then 60 lakhs, 85 crores, 60 lakhs. It is indicating this value. So group wise the total also we can able to calculate, okay, based on your application requirement, just by selecting this summarize this field option. So not only representing this total revenue at the end, okay, not only representing the total revenue at the end, we can able to display the group wise summarized options also, the possibilities available to you. Okay, that possibility is available to you so that we can able to see the group wise summarized options also. Now, so now I want to represent this data in the form of a chart component. How can we represent the data in the form of a chart component? Now let's see practically. I want to represent this data in the form of a chart component. So that here click on add chart button. Okay, click on add chart button. So we can select the chart type. In what chart you would like to represent this reported data. In which chart type you would like to represent. Either horizontal bar chart, vertical bar chart. It is indicating the line chart, pie chart, donut chart, and the funnel chart, and the scattered chart. In which chart format you want to show the data. For example, I want to show this data in the form of the donut chart over here. Select the chart type. Select the chart type. So it is giving that 4 colors over here. Okay, it is giving that 4 colors: green, blue, violet, and then you will be having some orange color. So now, because I'm having that rating, based on the rating, we have segregated the records. So that here it is representing each and every color is representing with a specific rating value type. That's what here it is using this legend option. This is called as legend. So now it is preparing that here. So now blue color is representing empty rating value, and then green color is representing hot rating, and orange color is representing warm rating, and then this violet color is representing cold rating. So these are the 4 options are available. This is called as legend option. Now, so now we can able to specify that. Here you will be having 2 tabs are available in order to give the information about the charts. We have 2 tabs are available: chart data and the formatting options. So now chart data, what values you want to display? Sum of annual revenue values? No, records count. That means with each and every rating, how many records are there? I want to display the count. And the wedges will be the rating. Based on this rating field, I want to indicate that records count. How many records are available? I want to represent. Now, go to the formatting tab. Okay, go to the formatting tab. Here we can specify the chart title. If you want to give any title for this chart, then you can specify. I would like to indicate customers with rating. Customers with rating code. Whenever I'm typing this information, it is indicating that whatever the title that I have given, the title will be getting visible over here. And the background color, if you want to change the background color, then you can able to apply. And then legend position. That means whatever the legend option is available, where you want to show this legend option. You want to show at the right side of the chart, or you want to show at the bottom of the chart, or you want to show on chart. Depends upon your requirement. 3 options will be available to you: right side, bottom, or on chart. If I'm selecting the bottom, it will be showing this legend at the bottom, please. If I'm selecting on chart, it will be representing that information on the chart over here. If I'm selecting on right side, it will be having right side. At the right side, you will be having the legend options are available. Depends upon your application requirement, you can decide where you would like to represent this reported legend options. Next, you can specify that combine small groups into others. I don't want to combine the small groups into others because it will be having some one record, two records are there. Those will be combining into a separate group like as others. I don't want to do that. Show values, that means with each and every color how many records are available. So I want to show that. Click on show values checkbox. It is indicating with the hard rating 4 records, with empty rating 5 records, with the cold rating 2 records, with the warm rating 4 records. It will be displaying this count also. Show wedges, nothing but percentages also. Okay, totally 100%. From that 100%, hard rating records are occupying how much percentage, cold rating records are occupying 100%, how much percentage we can able to represent. So divide this one into the percentage type. So that show wedges, it is indicating. Hard rating records are 4, so which are occupying 27%. And then empty rating records are 5, which are occupying 33%. Like that, here it is indicating total will be 100% over there. Now, enable hover. That means whenever I'm placing the mouse pointer on this particular color, it has to show that number of records and the percentage also to me. So that I'm indicating enable hover. And then totally how many number of records are available I want to show inside this circle. In this circle here in the center point, I want to show that. So select that show total. So the total value will be getting visible to you. And then these are the various options which we have assigned for this particular chart. Then where you want me to show this chart over here? I want to show the chart above the report. Whatever the report is there and above the report, I want to show this chart. So select the chart position. Above the report or below the report, you can select that. I want to show this report above the chart. And then what is the chart size? You will be having the various sizes are available. Like a teeny size and the small size, medium, large, extra large. Like that, you will be having the various sizes are available for the chart. Like teeny, small, medium, large, extra large, like that. I want to show the chart in the form of a medium format of chart. Okay, medium type of chart. Size will be the size you can indicate. How much bigger size you want to show the chart. For that one, we are using this chart size. Once you specify this option, click on OK. The chart will be getting prepared. Chart will be represented to you here. Now run the report. We can see this information. So now it is indicating the chart. So now you are having your report is available as it is. And then above that report, we are having this chart also. So it is indicating customers with a rating group. It is indicating that information. Total number of records are 15 records are there inside my object. From this one, 4 records are having heart rating, which are occupying, okay, heart rating records are 4, which are having the 4 records are there, which are occupying 27%. And then empty rating records are 5, which are occupying 33%. And then cold rating records are 2, which are occupying 13%. And the warm rating records are 4, and which are occupying 27%. Totally 15 records are available inside my object. So whatever the records are available inside my report, we can able to represent the records in the chart format also. Suppose the chart is looking like as a bigger size. I want to make it as a small. So select this small. So the chart size will be getting reduced over here. Depends upon your application requirement, we can able to represent. So whenever if you want to represent the reported data in the pictorial format, then we can go with that summary reports and then group the records based on one or more number of columns, and then we can able to represent the data in the chart format. Also, it may be horizontal bar chart, vertical bar chart, it may be pie chart, donut chart, scattered chart, line chart, depends upon your application requirement. We're specifying the settings of those chart also. This is a way we can able to represent the data in the form of chart format also. So summary reports will allow you to represent the reported data in the chart format. That possibility is available. Okay. Now, let me see this one. I'm selecting that force is customer report, customers with report with rating group. I'm selecting that folder as forces sales reports. Now I would like to save and return to report. So this is a way we can able to generate that reports over here, which is of type summary. Now, so once the report is ready, then I want to run this report every day or every week, every month, every quarter. When every day morning at 2 o'clock I want to run. So in the last day, okay, in the last day, so whatever the business we did, whatever the customers has visited my organization, I want to collect all those customers information and I want to generate a report every day early morning at 2 o'clock, and that report I want to send to my manager or to my sales people also, or to my sales head also, or to my CEO also, to whomever you want. In this case, how can we do? So every day I can't run the report morning at 2 o'clock. Morning 2 o'clock will be very hard time for me. It will be midnight for me, so I can't wake up at that time. I can't run the report. I can't send it to a manager. It will be difficult for me. Suppose you can say, so like we are working in some night shift. Even though if I'm in night shift also, then all the days I may not be in the office, right? Sometimes I may be in vacation. I may be in leave. So during those dates, who will run this report? We need to delegate this responsibility to somebody else. So in this case, this is a very bigger issue. So to avoid these kind of problems, instead of running the report manually, I want to make this report scheduled. Then how can we schedule that report here? How to run the report automatically based on some specific time periods? Based on some regular intervals, I would like to run this report. We need to specify. So now on what intervals, on what periodical intervals you want to run this report, either daily or weekly, monthly, or when you would like to run the report. So I want to run this report every day morning at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and then I would like to collect this report data and I want to generate the chart also. I want to send it to a manager over there. Then how can we do this one? Now let's see practically in this case. Now, so in this case, if you want to schedule the report, here you will be having an option, run report. There is a button called as run report. It will be having two options to you. There is a small pick list is there, which will be having the two options to you, like as run report now and schedule for future runs. Two options will be available to you. Let me show you that. Expand this. You will be having run report now, schedule for future runs. If you want to run the report right now, if you want to refresh that, then you can refresh. So now click on schedule future runs. That means if you want to schedule this report for to be get run on future, to be run on based on some periodical intervals, then we can able to select this option, schedule for future runs. Now specify the schedule, how frequently you want to run this data here. Now here in this case, I want to schedule this report. So upon collecting the data from the object, based on which users context you want to collect the data, I want to collect the data based on training batch user. Based on this training batch users context, I would like to collect all the records. I want to run this report. And then once the report has been run, it is going to be collecting the records. It will represent that in the form of a report here, a summary report. Then to whom you want me to send that report data? Through email. You want me to send the email notification only to me or to other people also? If to the other people, then we can select that to who are all those people do you want to send that reported data. So now we can able to select that if there is any users are available, we can select the users also. Integration user also I want to send, like that to whomever you want to send that reported data, and through email we can select the users also. That possibility is available. But right now we are having only these two users, training batch user, integration user. I'm selecting these two. I want to send the reported data to these two people's email ID here, like as your sales head or your business unit head, your CEO, like that. We can able to select the people to whom you want me to send this reported data through email every day morning at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever, once the report has been run. And then specify the frequency of interval. So how frequently you want to run the report here? You want to run the report daily or weekly or monthly or what? We can specify daily in the sense when now every day, every weekday, nothing but Monday to Friday, or every day, nothing but Monday to Sunday. You want to run this report, depends upon your business requirement. Like for example, when you go to the normal businesses, they will be running on weekdays only, like as Monday to Friday. When you go to some shopping malls are running 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday, because they're generating the huge revenue on weekends only. Saturday and Sunday, they will be getting more customers, because the people are going for the shopping on Saturday and Sunday, because on those 2 days they're having the leave, they're having the holidays to their office. So that here on those 2 days they are going to be visiting the shopping malls and they're spending some time, they're purchasing the items also, whatever. So in this case, how frequently you want to run this report here? Every day or only on weekdays? Or if it is a weekly, we can specify. Boss, I don't want to run every day. I want to run Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. 3 days per a week. In this case, we can select that, because a Monday, Wednesday, and the Friday. Like that. Weekly 3 times I would like to run this report. Depends upon your application requirement. Or if it is a monthly, then you can select that. So now monthly, okay, on day 1 of every month. Okay, on day 1 of every month. On first day of that month. If you want to run the report, then you can run. Or else you can select that on every month, okay, first Saturday, first Sunday, second Saturday, second Sunday, third Saturday, third Sunday, third Monday, like that. Depends upon your application requirement, we can select. Based on your requirement, we can able to specify that scheduling option also. Okay, that possibility is available to you. Now, so I want to run it on daily. Okay, daily. So every day I would like to run the report. From which date to which date you want to run this report? By default, it is giving 1 month of schedule. A start date to end date from 26th of August to 26th of September. But not only for the 1 month, I want to run for the next 2 years. So that simply we can able to select up to 2022. Okay, so now here I would like to run this report from August 26, 2022, September 16, 2022, till the next 2 years. I want to run this report every day. So
Sir?
now preferred your start time. Yes.
So when you're selecting every day, it will run the report even on weekends also, Saturday and Sunday also,
Yes,
right?
yes, every day. If you want to run only on weekdays, then you can select every weekday.
Okay.
Sir, can't we select as per the timing, like morning 2 o'clock or evening 2 o'clock?
So let me give that part. Yes. Preferred start time. It will be giving 3 options to you. You can select that. So now here preferred start time. So here you will be having find the available options. It is indicating the timings to you. So how frequently you want to run. So these are the 3 slots will be giving by Salesforce over here. So now from this one, select what are the slots that you want. 2 a.m. in the morning, 8 p.m. in the night, and then 11 p.m. Because here, so whenever we are running the reports should be always run outside of the business hours. Okay, outside of the business hours only, we are running that, we are scheduling the reports. Because once a whole day business has been done, at the end of the day, it has to generate that report, it has to send to the people. For that reason here, they have given this 3 schedules are available outside of the business hour. Now, so we can select any one of the schedule over here. Now, for example, I want to run the report every day, okay, morning at 2 o'clock. Okay, morning at 2 o'clock, I want to run the report. And then once the report has been run, it will collect the data from that object. It will be preparing in the form of chart formats over here. It will be sending this information to me through email notifications. Whatever the users you have selected, to these users, it will be sending this email notifications. Now click on Save Report Schedule. It will be saving the report schedule. From there onwards, every day morning at 2 o'clock, the report will run. It will be collecting the data, representing in the form of this particular, the various small groups. It will be sending this information to me through an email notification automatically by default. This is how we can able to generate the reports over here by specifying the schedule. Now, so when you go to my reports here, inside my folder, forces sales reports, these are the 4 reports are available. Which report is a scheduled one? How do we know? For that one, when you go to these reports, these are the 4 reports we have created. All customers report, forces customers with the cases, forces customers with the rating group, forces customers, okay, forces a top 5 active customers report, heart rating customers report, like that. From this one, which report is in scheduling, here it is indicating that small option period. If the report is a scheduled one, it is having that scheduling symbol. The scheduling column is available. So now the tick mark will be getting available for this report. So now for this report, there is a small tick mark is available. Now this tick mark is indicating this report is a scheduled one. This report is a scheduled one. Now, so in this case, whatever the reports are available inside your organization, so from those reports, which report is a scheduled one, I want to know. So at that time, simply we can go to that report. You will be having that scheduling column is available, which will be indicating a small tick mark that represents this column. This report is a scheduled report. This is how we can able to see the scheduled reports information inside your Salesforce instance.
Sir, I have a quick question, sir.
Yes.
So here is the customer who has the highest rating and hot rating. So I want to display those customer who has the only hot rating. I don't want to display the customer who has the warm and cold.
Then at that time, just to go with the normal filters. Okay, normal filters.
Okay.
Heart rating customers. Okay, normal filters. So yesterday we did that. Only the heart rating customer records we can able to show. At that time, no need to go with the grouping.
Okay.
Okay, because all the records are heart rating customers. We can able to show that.
Okay. And here one more question, sir.
Now, so now let me show you two more small options over here as part of this summary reports.
Excuse me, Feroz.
Yes.
So, what if a new account has been created? So, with an hot rating, so does it affect in the report?
Yes, right, correct. Because that's what I told you. Reported data is always real-time data. Suppose, for example, today 15 records are there. Tomorrow morning 2 o'clock report will run. Today I have created some 5 more records. So in the tomorrow's report you will be getting totally 20 records also. Okay, whenever it is running that report, whatever the latest data is available, it will collect the latest data, it will send it to you. That's what here report data is not fixed. Report data is real-time data always. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so now here I will show you 2 more options over here. Now,
sir, one question.
So in this case, as part of this report, they will raise a small question over here. What exactly the bucket fields in Salesforce? What exactly the bucket fields in Salesforce?
Sir, one small doubt, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can we generate this report while creating the record? I mean, once my record is created, I need to generate a report.
No, not like that here. Because for every record, we can't generate the report. Report will be getting generated once all the records have been created based on some scheduling time period. Okay. Because for every record, we can't generate the report basically. So basically, report is used to represent collection of records. That's what. Now, so now we'll see a small feature called as bucket fields. This is also called as bucketing. Bucketing. So what do you mean by a bucket field in Salesforce? Now let's see. Now, So let me explain a general scenario so that we can understand. For example, I have some students. Okay, I have some students who has given an exam. It's a competitive exam, only one exam for a specific the course. We have conducted a competitive exam or an entrance test, whatever. So the people has given that exam and then they got some marks. Now I'm having this student name and then marks. Few people has attended that exam. So now that exam total marks will be for 100, and then pass marks will be 50. If they got 50 marks, then he will be passing that competitive exam, and then he will go for that next level. Now we have few students are available, like some Ramesh, some Kumar, some Shankar, some Praveen, from Prasad. Like that, these are few students are there. They have given this exam and then they got some marks. Ramesh got 89 marks in that exam. Kumar got 67 marks. Shankar got 51 marks. Praveen has received 32 marks. Prasad has received 90 marks. So these are the marks they have received. Once the marks has been received, once they got the marks, then we need to decide the status right. We need to decide the result right. Yes, whether the student got passed or failed. I want to display the result. So now here in this case, what needs to be done? I want to display the result. So what is the result for this student over here, Ramesh? He is getting more than 50 marks so that he is passed. Kumar, he got more than 50% of the mark, that means he is also passed. And then Shankar, he got that 51 so that he is also passed. Praveen, he got less than 50 marks so that he is failed. Prasad, he got more than 50 marks, that is he is passed. That means what we are deciding the result. Based on these marks, we are going to be identifying whether the student got passed or student got failed. We are calculating the result here. That means based on this marks column, we are going to be displaying one more additional column also to represent whether the student got passed or failed. Okay, whether the student got passed or failed, we are identifying, we are generating this value based on that marks column. So based on this marks column, we are adding one more additional column with the name result, which will be representing whether the student got passed or failed. Now, so like the similar way, I'm having some customers are available inside my object. I'm having some customers are available over here. Every customer is having some annual revenue value. Okay, every customer is having some annual revenue value. Now, based on this annual revenue value, I want to decide the customer type. So, as part of my requirement, I want to divide my customer types over here. Customer type. How I would like to have some conditions. Over here. So, as part of my customers, I am having two types of customers: premium customer or the basic customer. Okay, premium customer and the basic customer. So now the premium customers will be having the annual revenue value. If the customer is having annual revenue more than some 50 crores, if the customer is having more than 50 crores of annual revenue value, then he will be the premium customer. Else, the customer is having less than 50 crores of value, he will be the basic customer. If the annual revenue value is less than 50 crores, I want to treat that customer as a basic customer. Then how can we differentiate? Generally, this kind of column we have to add inside our table, but I don't want to add the column in the table. I want to add this column inside my report. That means in my report, these are the columns we are displaying. These columns are available where basically these are the object columns. In my account object, we have this name column, rating column, type column, ownership, phone, fax, priority, active status, annual revenue. But I want to add one more column in my report, but that column is not related to my object. Only in report, I want some additional columns. Can we add? Yes. Whenever if you want to add some additional columns inside the report, okay, based on this annual revenue, I want to decide the value for that column, then we can go with the help of bucket fields. Bucket fields are used to add some temporary columns inside the report. Okay, temporary column. Basically, these are not the columns of my object. This is the column which will be visible only in the report here, not in the object. So I want to add one more column inside my report, okay, which is used to represent what type of customer he is, whether he is a premium customer or a basic customer. I want to do that. How can we implement? Now let me show you practically in this case. So let's go to that customize option and then add the bucket fields inside your report. How to add the bucket fields in the report? Now let me show you. Here we are having that option. There is an option here. Okay, here we are having this option. Add bucket field option is available. So now I would like to add a bucket field over here. Adding that bucket field. So now specify the bucket field name. It is giving the property window. I'm indicating that customer type. Okay, customer type. What type of customer it is. So now, based on some range, based on the annual revenue value, I would like to decide. Based on this, which field you want to decide this one, based on the annual revenue, I would like to decide. Suppose if the customer's range, nothing but if this particular customer's annual revenue value is less than or equals to some 50 crores. Okay, if this customer's value, annual revenue value is less than 50 crores, I want to indicate that type of this customer is basic customer. Else, that means if the customer's value is more than this particular range, 50 crores, then at that time, 50 crores, then I want to indicate like as premium customer. He is one of my premium customer. I want to give some more priority. I want to give some more discounts to these customers also. So like that here, I am going to be indicating that. Like for example, depends upon your requirement. Like when you go to the bank, they are going to be offering some debit cards. Whenever you are opening that bank account, they are going to be giving the debit cards to you. Now, whenever you are joining into a IT company, so on the same day of your joining formalities, one of the bank representative will meet to you and he will be opening a bank account to you. Then he will ask, so what is your current salary, sir? If I say some 10 lakhs, then for the below 10 lakhs, they will be giving some different card, okay, debit card. Because when you go to the debit card, there are different debit cards are available, which are having some different options, different facilities. So if I say my salary is some 8 lakhs, then he will be giving one basic type of debit card. So there I can able to withdraw only 50,000 per day from ATM. Now suppose if I say my salary is like some 17 lakhs, 17 lakhs per annum, then he will be giving that one more debit card to you, which will be having some more facilities. There you can able to withdraw 1 lakh rupees per day from ATM. Suppose if we say my salary is 22 lakhs per annum, then they will be giving some different card. Depends upon the salary which you are getting, different cards also. When you go to the credit cards also here, depends upon your salary, they will be deciding the various credit cards. Initially, they will be giving the basic credit card. If you're utilizing very well, then the next time they will be offering, okay, they have one more credit card with some more highest the credit limit to you. Keep on, they are going to be increasing like that. Like the similar way, they are going to be dividing the customers based on the annual revenue. Either he may be a basic type of customer or the premium type of customer. I want to decide. So click on OK. So now it is going to be preparing the one more additional column over here inside my report, customer type. So it is clearly indicating this is a bucket column. It is clearly indicating this is a bucket field. So which will be representing that? Either it is a basic type or it may be a premium type. Okay, it may be a basic type, it may be a premium type over here. So now here it is indicating in a single report we can able to add maximum of 10 bucket fields. A report can have maximum of 10 bucket fields, not more than that. Basically, this bucket field is not part of my object. This will be represented only in the report. Okay, this will be visible only in the report, not in the object. Okay, not in the object, only in the report. The bucket fields will be getting visible to you over here. So bucket fields are used to add some additional columns in the report. Okay, bucket fields are used to add some additional columns in the report, which is used to which will be representing the data by collecting based on that another column. Based on this annual revenue column, we are going to be collecting the values, and those values we can able to represent. If the account records annual revenue value is more than 50 crores, then he will be a premium customer or else he will be a basic customer. So that based on the another column in the report, we can able to generate the value for your bucket field here. So in this case, we are using that concept of bucketing concept in reports. Like that, we can able to add 10 bucket fields inside your report. That facility is available. This is the way we can able to add the bucket fields inside your Salesforce instance. Okay, now this is a concept of summary reports in Salesforce. So we can able to generate the reports by dividing the records to various small groups based on one or more columns. And then we can able to summarize that column values also by applying that any one of that grouping function, like as aggregate function, like a sum, minimum, maximum, average, like that. And then we can able to represent that reported data in the chart format also. And along with that, we can able to add some bucket fields also inside our report.
But can we use bucket fields in different reports, like tabular reports like that?
Sorry?
Can we use bucket fields in different reports, like tabular
Yes,
reports?
yes, we can use that. Yes, we can use that. In the tabular report also, we can able to use the bucket field. The next one is joint reports. So what exactly the joint reports and what is the use? How can we prepare the joint reports in Salesforce? Now let's see. So you are having that word joint. Joint means what? Whenever we are combining multiple reports data in a single report. Okay, whenever if you want to combine the multiple tabular reports data into a single report, then we can use the help of joint reports. Like for example, let's come to a general scenario. For example, I'm working in a service department as a service executive or the service advocate or a service engineer, anything. So every day, customers are raising some cases by making a call to my customer care center, and the customer care center people are assigning those cases to us. In our service department, we have some 5 people are there along with me. So to all our 5 members, they're assigning the cases every day. So assume that today they have assigned some 100 cases to me. But sometimes I will be fixing all the 100 cases in one day also, no problem. Because those are very, very similar cases. Sometimes I may be able to close only some 70 cases. Remaining 30 cases I'm unable to close, because it will take some more time. I don't have much time to close those things. So in this case, what happened, by end of the day, I need to give my update to my service head, right? I am also responsible to a person. I am also reporting to a person. So by end of the day, I need to give my status update to my manager. So dear service manager or the service head or the CEO, so not today, these many number of cases has been assigned to me. From this one, these are the cases which I have closed. These are the cases which I'm working still right now. These are the cases has been escalated. These are the cases I haven't started working still now. So in this case, what needs to be done? So whenever we are going to be leaving from the office every day evening, I need to send my status update. I need to send my status update over here to my manager. So now here in this case, I want to send my status updates to my manager over there. So at that time, what needs to be done? I have to draw a small table inside my email. In that email, I would like to draw a small table. So in this table, I want to represent all the cases information which has been closed and all the closed cases information. I want to represent one more table, so which will be having all the cases which are having the status equals to new. I would like to have one more table to represent all the cases information which has been escalated. I would like to draw another table, so which will be representing all the cases which I haven't started still. I haven't touched those cases still. So here I would like to indicate that. So close the cases information. I would like to indicate. So here the case number, status, and then all the new case, working cases. What are the cases currently I'm working right now? And then new cases which I haven't started still. And then escalated cases. Escalated cases. I want to draw 4 different tables and I want to represent all this information over here. These are the various cases are available, so which you have assigned to me today. So these are the cases which have closed. These are the cases which are working still. These are the cases which I haven't started still. These are the cases which has been already escalated because I am unable to respond within the specified SLA. So in this case, it is going to be representing all this information. We need to send this status update to a manager every day. But in this case, what happened? This is one tabular report by filtering the records based on status equals to closed. And this is one more tabular report where we can able to collect by adding the condition status equals to working. This is one more tabular report we are preparing by collecting the data by applying the filter status equals to new. This is another tabular report. So 4 tabular reports we need to generate. Instead of doing that, I want to combine all these things into a single report by using the feature called as joined reports. With the help of joined reports, we can able to collect the multiple reports data into a single report. That possibility is available. Okay? That possibility is available so that we can able to combine the multiple reports data into a single report itself by using joined reports. Then how can we prepare these joint reports? Now let me show you practically in this case. How can we prepare the 4 different tables inside this joint report? Let me show you practically one by one. So let me take a small use case. Joint reports are used to combine the multiple tabular reports data into a single report. Giant reports are used to combine the multiple tabular reports data into a single report. Then, how can we prepare these joint reports? Now let's see practically in this case. How can we prepare these joint reports? Now let's see practically in this case. Now let me show you practically in this case. Let me take a small use case. Configure a joint report to represent the service cases based on the status like new, working, closed and escalated by dividing the records to 4 different tables. By dividing the records to the 4 different tables. So these are the 4 different tabular reports over here, but I need to combine this data into a single report. How can we generate this joint report? Now let's see practically in this case. So let me create a report right now. Click on this new report button to create a new report. Select that object related to service. Go to that customer support and the support reports. I would like to select that case object in order to represent that report data. Click on create. So now select the report type. What type of report you want to generate? I want to generate that joint report. As of now, we are done with the tabular summary. Now I'm selecting this joint reports. Joint reports. It is indicating one block. Okay, here it is indicating cases block 1. So it is not showing any column. I want to show the columns here. So that select that option here. Okay, show details. It will be representing the columns. This is the block 1. Okay, like as each and every table will be representing like as a separate block. This is one block. Block 1. And this is the block 2. This is a block 3. This is a block 4. So multiple blocks will be available. Each and every block will be having some specified columns. It will be having its own filters. Each block will be having its own filters, its own columns also. Depends upon your application requirement. Now, here I don't want to display all these columns. It is showing case owner, case subject, case date, time opened, age of the case, open or not, closed or not, account name, all these things I don't want. I want to show some different columns over here. I'm removing all these columns. I want to show the columns like the case number. Each and every case will be having a unique identification number. I want that case number. And then case status. I want what is the status of this case? What is the priority of this case? What is the type of this case? What is the reason of this case? What is the origin of this case? I want to display this information. Account name also I don't want. I'm removing this. So I want to represent the case number and what is the number of that case. That means a reference ID to identify that case, priority of the case, status of the case, type of the case reason, case origin. All these columns I would like to represent over here. Here I'm changing this block name instead of this one. Instead of this one, I would like to change this name. Just you can change. I want to show the new cases or the closed cases. Closed cases. We can change that name also. I want to show only the closed cases in this block here. Then how can we apply the filters? It is showing when you run the report. Okay, when you run the report, it will display all the cases information, closed cases, new cases, and then working cases. Everything will be getting visible. I don't want to show all. I want to show only the closed cases information. So for that reason, I would like to apply the filters. Okay, so now I would like to apply the filters. I want to show only the closed cases because I have given the heading, the table format heading as closed cases. So I would like to indicate over here. I would like to add the closed cases filter. So go to that filters over here. This is the block. Okay, closed cases block filters will be getting visible over here. We can able to add the filters. So now just click on this add button to add the filter. Based on what status? Status equals to closed. I'm indicating that option called as closed. Click on OK. Only the closed cases will be getting visible to you over here. Okay, only the closed cases will be getting visible to you over here. When you run this report, we can see only the closed cases. These are the closed cases are available. Totally 23 cases are available, which are in closed status. These are all these cases status is equals to closed. Now, beside that, I want to draw one more table to represent all the new cases information. So click on customize. Here I want to show new cases. So there also I would like to add some columns. So for that one, just you can add what columns you want to show, case number also. So just you can drag and drop this particular case number field. Whatever the fields you would like to show on that second block, then just you can drag and drop to the outside of this block over here. Okay, this is the block up to this part over here. Outside of the block, just you can drag and drop this column. Then it will add one more block automatically by Salesforce. Now case number, I'm going to be dropping over here. So it will add one more block. This is a block 2. In this block 2, what columns you want to add, we can decide. I'm indicating that block 2 heading. I'm indicating new cases. Here, whenever we are adding one more block, the filters also one more block will be getting added. For the second block, filters will be separate. Let's see. So now for the block 1, whatever the filters are there, you need to add it over here. This is the block 1 filters. For the block 2, a separate filter section has been added over here. For each and every block, you will be getting a separate filter sections over here. Depends upon the block for which you would like to add the filter, you have to come to this filter section. We need to add that here. Now, so now here I'm adding that case number along with that case status, case of priority, case of type, case of origin. Now in this case, what you want to display, I want to show only the new cases information. So for that one, go to that new cases. Go to that new cases filter section, click on add button. Add that filter. Status value equals to new. Click on OK. You can see only the new cases inside this block. Now run the report. Let's see the result. So in this case, we are having only the closed cases. Here we are having only new cases are available. This is the second block. Like that. Let me add the 2 more blocks. So now I would like to add one more block to display the working cases. So now just you can drag and drop that case number column outside of these 2 blocks. When you place outside, it will be adding one more block to me here. Third block has been added. Like that, 5 blocks you can able to add in a joint report. I'm changing this block heading that is called as working cases. So I'm displaying this case number and I want to show the case status, and the case of priority, case of type, case of origin, case of reason. But it will show all the cases over here. I don't want to show all. I want to show only working cases. So go to this respective filter block here. Here you will be having one more filter block for working cases. Another filter block is available. Here we can able to add. I would like to add the condition based on status. Status is equals to working. I'm selecting working. Now click on OK. Now run the report. So here we are having the closed cases are there, new cases are there, but we don't have any working cases because there is no such cases are available. Let me take some cases over here from that close. Let me change their statuses. Let me change their statuses over here. Change to working. Change the status of this case to working. I'm changing the status of this case also to working. And this I'm changing the status of this case to escalated, so that we can show the records. Now run the report again. Now we can able to get the latest data. So it is having that 3 working cases are available over here. These are the 3 cases are there whose status is equals to working. Now let me add one more block, like as escalated cases information. I'm adding one more block over here. Case number I would like to drop outside of these blocks. So one more block will be getting prepared, block 4. I'm indicating escalated cases. I would like to show the columns like case number and the case status, case priority, case RNC. So now it is preparing one more block for this filter sections over here. Go to the escalated cases blocks sections block and then add that condition. I want to show only the cases whose status value is equals to escalated. Click on OK. It will be applying all these things. Now run the report. Let's see all this information we can see in a single report. So closed cases are available here. New cases are available in this particular block, and the working cases in this block, and the escalated cases in this block. Like that, here we can able to indicate multiple tabular format. This is generally, if you want to design like this, you have to go with the 4 tabular report. This is one tabular report, there is second tabular report, this is the third tabular report, this is the fourth tabular report over here. Now in this case, if you want to represent the 4 tables separately, then we are going to be using the help of this joined reports. So joined reports will allow you to combine the multiple tabular reports data into a single report over here by dividing them to the various small tables. That facility is available. Suppose if you want to download this one, if you want to send it to your manager over here in the form of a CSV file or in the form of an Excel sheet, then what we can do? Let me save this one first. Courses service reported. I'm indicating this. I'm saving this report inside a folder called as Forces Sales Reports. Save. Now I want to download this one. When you go to this printable view, whatever the 4 tables are available, 4 tables will be getting designed by the Salesforce. It will be placing inside your Excel sheet. Once you open that report, we can able to open that Excel sheet, we can able to see that whole information. Now, it is indicating the 4 blocks are available. For each and every block, these are the filters has been applied. This is the report name, and this is generated by so-and-so organization and so-and-so date and time. These are the filters. For the closed cases, these are the filters have been applied. For the new cases, these are the filters. For the working cases block, these are the filters. And for the escalated cases block, these are the filters. The whole records we can able to see. This is that closed cases information is available, all the closed cases. And then new cases table. This is the new cases table. And then working cases table is also available over here. We can see all the cases. And then escalated cases table is also available. We can able to see whatever the columns you have placed inside your report, with the same columns it is going to be preparing the table, and then in the table it is going to be exporting the data also, and then the whole records we can able to send it. So now as part of close, 19 records are available. As part of new, 3 records. As part of working, 3 records. As part of escalated, 1 record is available. So that here we can able to send this whole report to your manager also, or your service head also, to whomever you want. We can able to share this information as well. For that reason, they have indicated this. But so now here you can raise a question, sir, why we need to send this one manually? Can we schedule? No. Joined reports cannot be scheduled. Joined reports we have to run manually, but there is no option to schedule the joint report. This is the most important point in the entry point of view. Let me give the note point. We can't schedule the joined reports to be get run on periodical intervals.
Even we cannot prepare chart components, right, sir?
Yes, chart components are available whenever you are grouping. Whenever you are grouping the records based on some column, then only chart will be applicable, not in the other cases. Okay, if it is a summary report, we can able to apply that the grouping so that we can able to represent the chart component also. This is the concept of joined reports in Salesforce. And then we can able to have maximum of 5 blocks inside a joined report. Okay, we can have maximum of 5 blocks. We can add maximum of 5 blocks in a joint report. A joint report can have maximum of 5 blocks, not more than that. That is the limitation given by Salesforce. The next one, matrix reports.
Sir, it's already 8:15. I don't think I can go more than that. You've over 15 minutes already.
Sorry?
You're already over 15 minutes. It's 8:15. I have other commitments. I need to get on another call.
Okay, madam. So it will be a small feature here for 5 minutes topic. That's what I'm discussing right now.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the next one is matrix reports. So what exactly the matrix? Matrix means you know already. When coming to your mathematics, you know the matrix formats. Like you will be having the matrix like this. I will be having the values like 2 and the 5. We'll be having some 2 and I'm having some 4. So where we can able to have this matrix format will be available over here. Now you will be having the matrix format. These are matrices. So in this case, what it contains, what a matrix contains, it contains some rows, it contains some columns. Matrix contains, it contains some rows, it contains some columns. As of now, we have grouped the records by using summary reports. Summary reports will allow you to group the records based on that row wise. But in some cases, I want to group the records based on both row wise and then column wise also. Whenever if you want to apply the grouping on both row wise and column wise, we have to go with that matrix reports. So matrix reports will allow you to group the records based on both row wise and column wise. Then how can we group the records based on both row and the column wise? Now let me show you practically in this case. Now, for example, so let me take an object over here, opportunity records I want to show. Let me create a new report. I would like to take the opportunity records over here to represent inside that report. So here I am going to be representing few columns. I'm representing few columns here. Opportunity, name I don't want, and then lead source I don't want, amount also, expected revenue, close date, next steps, and then physical period, age, created date, opportunity owner, owner role, and then account name I don't want all. So now I would like to represent the records, opportunity records in the form of tabular format. So for that one, I want to generate in the form of matrix reports, like as both row-wise, column-wise. So just you can go to that report type as matrix. It is providing two drop zones. Okay, it is providing two drop zones. This is one drop zone. This is another drop zone. Like as row-wise, column-wise also. You can able to do. So based on which column you want to group the records in row-wise, based on which field you want to group the records based on column-wise, you can able to apply. So now here in this case, I am going to be applying this. Probability I would like to use, okay, just you can drag and drop that column inside the drop zone. Based on this particular, the row-wise, column-wise, I am using this, the probability here. That means how much percentage that you are confident, okay, to generate this opportunity. And stage name, I would like to use the row-wise. Now, I don't want to show these drop zones right now. I don't want to show these details also. Now, when you run this report, it is indicating that. It is indicating. So row-wise grouping, column-wise grouping also. That means what? Whatever the records are available inside my opportunity, we can able to identify. Now, with the prospecting stage, 10% of probability, how many records are there? 1. With the prospecting stage, with the 20% of probability, 0 records are there. With the prospecting stage, 70% of the probability, 0 records are available. And the totally we are having, grand totally is 1 record. And with the qualification stage, okay, with the 10% of probability, 1 record is available. With the needs analysis stage, okay, 10% of probability, 0 records are available. So it is indicating that row-wise grouping, column-wise grouping. In this column, we have 2 records are available, and then in this row, we have 1 record is available. So whenever if you want to group the records based on both row-wise and the column-wise, we are going to be using the help of this matrix reports. Matrix reports will be very, very rare cases the people will use. Okay, most of the cases, 99% of the cases, we're using joined reports, tabular, and then summary reports. Summary reports are very, very important in the implementations also. Matrix reports are very, very rare cases the people will use. Now, so that in order to implement both row-wise grouping and the column-wise grouping through reports, we are going to be using this matrix reports. Okay, these are the 4 types of reports are available in Salesforce.
Sir, can we add bucketing fields?
Sorry?
Can we add bucketing fields?
If you want to add the bucketing fields inside this one, so here we will be having that option also to add the bucketing field also over here. Based on some column value, based on some amount value, we can able to add some bucketing fields also. We can able to add it.
We cannot prepare charts.
Yes. But whenever we are grouping, then we can able to prepare the chart over here. Okay. Now, these are the 4 types of reports are available in Salesforce. And tomorrow we'll see the dashboard components. How can we represent the report data in the dashboard component? And then how can we show that dashboard on our home page? We'll see practically. And from there, we'll see the concept of 2 small features, like as field dependency, and then we'll see the concept of field history tracking also. How can we do that? We'll see practically. Okay.
Sir, can you go up the notepad, sir?